I want to issue a trigger warning of sorts to my viewers. This is not going to be an entertaining video, it is merely an instructional video, and opinion piece on making videos and how to be successful and so on, and is in response to HTArcade asking for help. And you may ask, how is that a potential trigger? I don't know, I guess you might get so bored you blow your fucking brains out. Use your imagination already.
Hey everyone, this is Arcade, and I thought I would take this moment of brief tranquility, since the Anita topic has been somewhat exhausted, at least until her new video comes out, to address some things about my channel and just some thoughts I've been having. Well, I've been making videos for a while, and I noticed that my subscription list is still not breaking the 1,000 mark, which personally was a goal of mine when I started to make videos.
My goal was to get 8 viewers, I now have 800 in less than 2 months of video making, thus I am 1000% satisfied with myself, while you are 76% satisfied with yourself. Don't aim high.
I realized that this could be due to a number of reasons: poor presentation, non-charismatic video style, lots of things that I know that I am not doing right that I could be doing to attract more people. And so in realizing this, I know that I will have to up the productions of my videos from this point forward if I hope to compete with the bigger channels here who are just slaughtering me in terms of viewership and interest. So this is where I kind of need my few subscribers to give me a hand, because
if you lack charisma, then be more charismatic. If you discover that you just can't be charismatic, then focus less on the entertainment aspect of your videos, and concentrate more on the informative aspect of your videos. Video game reviewer Angry Joe is very informative, he really helps his audience to know whether or not a game is worth purchasing, and to be honest, he is entertaining, but his entertainment value can't compare to the angry video game nerd, who isn't informative. AVGN focuses on entertaining people by bitching angrily about nostalgic 8-bit games. AVGN doesn't attempt to be informative, because he's not helping you to know whether or not to go purchase a classic game that is no longer in production for a system that is no longer in production. Look at professional movie critics, they are informative. Now look at the nostalgia critic, he is entertaining. Again, are you attempting to entertain people or to inform them?
People who do make videos, or who know about how to make videos, I could certainly use, or be told what a good recording device I could be using for my videos would be. One of the biggest problems I have in my videos is that I am either inaudible or, well, actually that's pretty much the biggest complaint I have, is that people can't hear me, that my volumes are too low. So I think it's definitely the recording device that I'm having a problem with. So if anyone knows what kind of recording device I could use, or program that I could download to help me adjust my levels.
Well, when you say device, I'm not completely sure what you mean. I would suggest buying a microphone no more expensive than $20. I used to be in several garage bands as guitarist and vocalist. I have a ton of experience with audio and audio effects equipment. It has been my personal experience that microphones between $15 and $80 have approximately the same quality. You either get a good one or a bad one. Every time you buy a mic you roll the dice, so gamble $20 and hope for the best. If you want a good mic to speak into, count on shelling out about $300, because microphones between $100 and $200 tend to have equal quality. You get a good brand and model or a bad one. The actual price tag doesn't seem to make a big difference. And you can't go by reviews because one person buys a mic and swears it's the greatest thing in the world because his buddies in Halo hear him perfectly. Another guy buys the same mic and tries to record his garage band, or tries singing into the mic, or recording the sounds of nature, and is incredibly disappointed by the same mic. Again, go with a $15 to $20. Try to find one that is analog rather than USB, but most importantly, turn your fucking volume up. I suspect your sound mixer just isn't loud enough. So here's how to adjust that. Go to the speaker icon on your Windows tray next to your clock. Right-click and select Recording Devices. Locate your microphone, and because I have no mic plugged in, I will select my stereo mix. At any rate, once you've highlighted it, go to Properties. Go to Levels, and then turn up the input all the way to 100%, then apply all the settings. Now if for any reason your volume is still low, it is because of a setting on your recording software, or possibly a shitty mic. As for ways to record your screen, well, I haven't found a good one. I have Replay VideoCapture 6, it's not the best, but CamStudio or Camtasia would not record audio, and would instantly crash when trying. In fact, I had another screen recorder that did the same thing. Replay is the only one that doesn't crash when trying to capture audio. However, I suspect the problem may have been that my operation system Win7 64-bit that by default has stereo mix disabled. My main complaint about Replay Capture 6 is that when recording in full screen I get 10 frames per second rather than the 25 for any other size. This forces me to have to window any games I record, and then when it gets stretched to full screen, the image gets a little blurry. Also it can't run on any lossless codec. The only other problem you may run into is that you have to have a ridiculously fast computer to video capture a game. This is where my expertise ends. I believe you may have to buy a separate video card or a dual monitor or something of that nature. Possibly involve a separate computer to capture the monitor while the other computer plays the game. On games like Need for Speed, I can play on highest setting and capture just fine, but Far Cry 3, forget about it. Even on its lowest settings trying to capture it with my software yields 10 to 15 frames per second, and I have a ridiculously fast computer. CPU Intel 3770K overclocks easily to ridiculous speeds. Graphics NVIDIA GTX 760, RAM 16 gigs, hard drive Samsung SSD 840 Pro. Any attempt to outdo this computer would involve big bucks with little performance gains. At any rate, to get really high detail video capture out of a graphically intensive game would require some tricky shit, probably involving special video capture hardware, or a second computer to do the recording of the monitor. Again, that knowledge is out of my league for the moment. You might want to try a computer/tech/gaming forum. As for what to use to record, I use Videopad. It was a trial version that jammed and became free for life. And no, I didn't crack it. I did a series of installs and uninstalls with different versions, then I chose to do something once it expired, and the program got confused and never shut its trial off, otherwise it's $60. Now I will demonstrate how to operate Videopad. First we'll load the program up, clarify we are using it for personal use, and then create a new project. After that we select Add File, and we are going to use a video I have of a woman playing with a tarantula, a Therophosa blondie to be exact. Tarantulas are fucking awesome, I love them. Now we're going to play the imported clip, skip around with the in marker, and then we set our out marker. This way we use a portion of a video, not the entire video.
Perfect.
Now we select the green arrow pointing downward, to place the clip onto the timeline. Now we are going to right-click the audio track and unlink it from the video so that we can delete the audio. Now we are going to select another video that we will use for our audio. This is a video of a 13-year-old girl playing Intruder by Van Halen. She is actually an amazingly talented girl. I chose this song because of the pic slides gives it that creepy crawly sound which is perfectly fitting for our tarantula video. Now we right-click the video and unlink it from the audio. Then delete the video so that we keep only the audio for our soundtrack. Now we need to move the block of audio beneath the block of video so that they synchronize. This is done by holding left mouse button and moving the selected block around. Notice the audio is longer than the video. Simply go to the end, left click and drag, or I should say shrink, the block to match the duration of the video. And now we can preview the tarantula video with our creepy soundtrack. Now we're going to take your video, for the heck of it, and do a picture-in-picture. We'll import the video, do our in marker and out marker to select the portion of the video we want to use, place it on the timeline.
To give me a hand because there's a lot about this whole YouTube video making thing that I'm not that familiar.
But first let's amplify your volume. Right-click the audio portion of the track, go to Current Effects, select Amplify, and it looks like in your case we're going to have to bump it up to 400% volume, which is as high as this program can amplify something.
Because there's a lot about this whole YouTube video making thing that I'm not that familiar with, and
now we're going to need to overlay your video on top of our video. Just hold left mouse button to move the clip, and drag it around to the track right above our current video so that both videos are playing at the same time. Now we'll right-click and select Current Effects. From here we will shrink the video that is over top of yours, and we shall position it up and down and left and right. This can be a real pain in the ass. It's a pain because every time you change its position you have to wait a moment before changing the position again, or else the program will crash. I would hate to think how painfully slow this would be on a slower CPU such as Intel i5s or any non-overclocked AMD pre-Bulldozer models. Luckily, if Videopad does crash, which it does often, all of your work is auto-saved, so when you load it back up it tells you it has crashed. Would you like to load the previous session? Now after moving your video ahead of our custom video, I want the music audio from the custom video to kick in pretty hard then fade out so you can be heard talking over top of it. Right-click, Current Effects, Amplify, and click on the wave selection and manipulate the volume from there.
To give me a hand, because there's a lot of this they're probably things that we're doing right now in terms of acquiring more viewership and getting my name out there that I'm sure that I am not doing. So first things first, for any of those people who do make videos or who know about how to make videos.
Now one more bit of advice for building an audience. I joked around about being 1000% satisfied with my 8 subscriber goal, but truthfully, I never thought I would have anywhere near the number of subscribers I do. I hoped to gain 15 subs a month over the course of a year. If I were you, I wouldn't really worry about getting subscribers. And the thing about whoring yourself out is, you tend to get looked upon as a whore. I think most people have that knee-jerk reaction when someone shouts, "Look at me, look at me." We instinctively yell, "Just go away," like you're a pop-up advertisement. So I would suggest just making the videos you feel comfortable with, and your audience will eventually find you. But here's something to think about. Who is your target audience? Right now your subscribers tend to be men's rights activists. If you stray from MRA topics, you will bore your audience. If you don't expand your material, you will stagnate. If you're looking to be a YouTube star, you're never going to get there doing MRA material. Girl writes, "What is the biggest MRA YouTuber?" and she has 31,000 subs. PewDiePie is the biggest gamer, and he has 7 million subs. There's a high market for gaming, little market for the MRM, though there is greater competition in gaming. There are countless thousands who have 1,000 subscribers. In the MRM, there's only like a dozen or so that have 1,000 subs. If you want to be versatile and do multiple niches, well, that is nothing but 100% charisma, so you better be damn funny or damn good looking, or the most you're ever going to snag is one niche audience, and the further you stray from that one niche subject, the more you lose subscribers.